Hello, my name is Dana Sheriff, and today I'm going to talk to you about domestic violence. The definition of domestic violence is a pattern of abusive behavior in any relationship that is used by one partner to gain or maintain control of another intimate partner. Although it is called domestic violence, in some cases there is no physical violence at all. The scope is far more reaching than just a black eye. Words can have the same impact as a fist. The National Domestic Violence Hotline uses this power and control wheel to describe most accurately what occurs in abusive relationships. The first type of domestic violence that I would like to talk about is physical. This consists of hitting, slapping, kicking, strangling, or physical restraining of a partner against their will. Sexual domestic violence can be a form of physical domestic violence. It's put in a category by itself because it can include both physical and non-physical components. It can involve rape or other forced sexual acts. Verbal abuse is any abusive language used to embarrass or threaten a victim. It may include threatening to hurt or kill a victim, name-calling, yelling, screaming, terrorizing, refusing to talk, or telling the victim she or he is unattractive. According to the Amend Workbook for Ending Violent Behavior, emotional abuse is any behavior that exploits another's vulnerability, insecurity, or character. Insulting or criticizing to undermine the victim's self-confidence is an example, as well as using actions, statements, or gestures to attack the victim's self-esteem. Financial abuse is a way to control the victim through manipulation of economic resources. This may include controlling the family income or either not allowing the victim access to money. Domestic violence doesn't only affect the individual, but it affects family, friends, and the economy as well. Children learn to be what they see and hear on a regular basis. If violence is how people in homes solve problems, that becomes the model for how things should be. Newspaper The Economist discussed how domestic violence affects the economy. A lot of the times, victims will not show up to work in fear of getting stalked at their office. Things you can do if a loved one is being harmed by domestic violence: seek counseling, call the police, leave your home, get support of friends and family, educate yourself about the cycle of violence, or make a safety plan. This is such a broad topic, I wanted to narrow it down and focus on one specific thing. Domestic violence against women is a significant public health issue in both developed and developing countries around the world. Dame Jenny Murray is a journalist and broadcaster who has dedicated most of her time educating the public on how to notice the warning signs of a female who is experiencing domestic violence. The Huffington Post posted an article and cited some statistics by the CDC. Women with disabilities are 40% more likely to experience intimate partner violence. The leading cause of female homicide and injury-related deaths during pregnancy is intimate partner violence. I found these two statistics extremely shocking. There is a lot being done to help this cause. CNN talks about how an organization called Safe Horizon helps more than 25,000 domestic violence victims every day. Safe Horizon is a 24-hour hotline that provides support, prevents violence, and helps promote justice for victims of crime and abuse. Shelters are offered to families that feel they cannot go home to a safe environment. Although domestic violence occurs more often with women, some cases are still present regarding men. The statistic posted by the CDC reads, worldwide, men who are exposed to domestic violence as children are 3 to 4 times more likely to perpetuate intimate partner violence as adults. While interviewing a domestic violence victim, Denzel Fisher, I asked a few questions, and these were his responses. What kind of domestic violence were you a victim of?
I was a victim of being abused by my father emotionally due to alcoholism.
How long did the abuse last for?
The abuse lasted throughout my whole childhood.
And how did that emotionally make you feel?
Emotionally, it made me feel alone and sad. Every single day I would see him abusing the substance, just hurt.
And what has been your coping method?
To cope with this domestic violence, I've been meditating a lot, talking to my peers, and just trying to have an open heart.
Thank you very much for taking on this interview.
Thank you for talking to me. I appreciate it.